Previously on Chosen Ones, Estelle confirms that the eye creature that appeared during Theo's astral golem training was the same one Brandy witnessed visiting the magic man. She also confirms that Peter made a pact with him due to most gods not wanting to support someone merged with an archfiend. Brandy asks both Estelle and Theo about gaining access to Arthur's lab using a teleportation circle, but they decline, worried about what may happen if they make a mistake. Meanwhile, Avayath feels a strange holy presence in the confession booth, but isn't able to detect what it is. Shui and Essen spar with Liber supervising, the mentor ordering them to try and defeat their opponent without hurting them. After many attempts and some rule-bending spells, she decides to change it to the first 3 hits. A few rounds later, Shui is announced the victor. Afterwards, the 3 wander off towards the stage to eat with the other Sparks.
Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
You guys have just finished Avayath. You finished with your church time. Brandy and Theo are vibing in the library before they decided to go gather up people. Shui, you just finished your training with Essence and Libris, and you are now heading for lunch.
Brandy and Theo were looking for Avayath?
Yeah, you guys can go meet Avayath first.
Avayath.
He's doing push-ups. He's like 237, 238.
That's a lot of push-ups.
239. Huh?
That's a lot of push-ups.
Yes, I work hard.
Good job.
He's like, I start at 200. No.
We were gonna go grab lunch.
Grab lunch sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, we were gonna do it without you. I'm just kidding.
I guess if I just gestures like, let's go find Shui then.
Yeah.
Not, how was your day, Avayath?
Gonna be honest, it was pretty weird. I was praying at the church and I felt something. It's hard to describe what it was. And then the booth opened, and then I went over to the booth, and I felt a powerful, big radiant energy that feels like it shouldn't fit in that booth. But I didn't see anyone there. So then I left. It definitely wasn't an evil energy, but...
Like this Clayton fella you keep talking about?
I sure hope it was Claytor.
Did you say Clayton? It just made me think of that fucking Tarzan. Clayton!
Yeah, me too. But I like that Brandy said Clayton.
Okay, I didn't hear that, so I guess if I would be like, and his name is Claytor, it's not Clayton.
Alright, sorry. Yeah, maybe it was Claytor.
Yes, it's important to remember about the gods. Religion is important. He fucking wags his finger.
Right.
So, do you think it would be him?
Cletus, he says with a smirk.
It would be quite a miracle if Cletus... Brandy!
He snickers.
Theo tries not to laugh, but does a little giggle under his hand.
It would be quite a miracle.
Avayath unsheathes his sword.
What?
He said Avayath unsheathes his sword.
You've disrespected Claytor one too many times today, tiefling.
It would be a miracle if Claytor were to suddenly show himself now, and in such a strange manner. Maybe he's trying to reach out.
Maybe you should look into that.
I guess. I don't know how I would, but I'll just keep praying.
Maybe when Peter's better, ask him about it? Maybe it's happened before?
Oh, good idea. I mean, it was something to do with the confession booth, so maybe if I had a better understanding of how that thing worked.
Maybe, yeah. In any case, at least nothing went wrong.
Yeah, I wasn't harmed or anything, just a little spooked, so I decided to work out outside of the church.
Yeah, I did wonder why, but, let's go find Shui then.
Find Shui we shall.
And we find Shui.
He's hiding. Roll. You have to roll to find him.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
playing hide and seek.
We're playing hide and seek.
Is it perception or investigation for that?
Investigation.
Do not actually roll.
Yeah, don't actually roll.
Is he really hiding?
No, he's not. But roll investigation anyway.
I want to see investigation. I want to do it anyways.
Like this.
That's the laugh. Like, how?
Oh, he gets a nat 1, so it's a 0.
Fucking zero.
Blind motherfucker.
Shui's like right behind him. He's right behind him.
You don't find Shui. Avayath, you don't know how, but you're somehow back in Aramore.
Avayath is like, let's go find Shui. And we're like, he's been here the whole... Avayath.
Nonsense. And he just keeps going. He's gone.
Avayath, it's this way.
What's that way?
Shui in the place we get food.
Nonsense. Shui's this way.
Avayath, please.
Avayath, are you okay?
I got a nat 1.
Not one in
Avayath.
what? What do you
No.
mean?
He just crosses his arms and he's like, fine, we'll try your way. I'll trust your judgment on this one.
Actually, as you guys are looking for Shui during this whole debacle, Shui, you are coming up and approaching the area for food, and with Libris and Essence, but are kind of cut off as Flynn sidesteps in front of you and looks at all of
I'm
you,
exhausted.
and it's just like, "Hey, do you have a second? I wanted to have a conversation with your young sword singer." And Libris is kind of looking at him and then looking back to Shui and is just like, "You can talk to him if you want to. He's right here. You don't have to ask my permission." And he like turns his head towards you and is just like, "Oh, of course. Shui, that's your name, right? Do you have a second to chat?"
No.
No. Yeah, no. He's just like, we were gonna go eat, but,
Oh, it won't take very long.
looks at Essence. How is she doing? Is she gone?
No, she's still standing. She stopped when you stopped. And she kind of looks at you with a raised eyebrow. And when she looks back at him, she shrugs and she's like, "I'll save you a seat."
He nods at her, and he turns back to Flynn, and he's just like, do you, know me?
"Do I know you? Oh, well, I recognized you a bit. Well, more so your sword. Or didn't recognize it. It's a little confusing. Your parents were a part of the 9, weren't they?"
Oh, that catches his attention. I wish he wasn't so fucking, like, stupid and gullible, because now he's all twinkly-eyed. And he's like, "You heard of the 9?
Yes, we worked with them. The kingdom did. A little bit in the past, not a lot.
He's, like, really excited, suddenly. And he's like, "Did you know my parents?
Remind me of their names."
My mother's name was Sumi, and my father's name was Shunkai."
Sumi, yes. I don't know if I ever met your father necessarily. You look a lot like your mother, though.
That's what Master Dashi said.
Anyways, I observed your fight with Essence, I think it was, outside the compound. I was doing a walk, and I saw you. Didn't use your sword at any point, though. That was an interesting fight.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I see it? Not hold it, just if you unsheathed it for me.
Well, I can't, unsheath it.
You can't unsheath it?
He kinda, looks at his sword and then shakes his head.
You're a sword singer, though, right? An elven sword user?
Yeah, but, I don't think I passed my test all the way.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate.
Master Libra says that, there's 2 sides to my sword, and that I only have the blessing from one side.
I see. Those swords are hard to come by these days, you know. A lot of them are unaccounted for after the 9 disappeared. They had quite a few of them.
saddens a little bit, just a tiny bit. And he's just like, oh, so you don't know where the 9 are then?
No, they vanished quite a long time ago, probably at the same time your parents did, I'm guessing.
That sucks. Yeah. So he's just like, what do you mean by they had a lot of elven swords?
They were a group that kind of came together originally based on having those swords, and they eventually added more members, and as time went on, they also lost some members. And when a person dies and has a sword, their sword is given to someone else. So by the end of the group, they didn't have all of the swords anymore, just some. Just the remaining members who were still alive who originally owned them. So they did have still quite a few, not all 10 anymore, or all 9. The 10th one was a mystery, which is why yours is interesting. It's one I haven't seen before.
Shui kind of lifts it up and gives it a look over. Master Dashi said that this one could be a newly forged one.
I see, a newly forged one.
Yeah, he's like, I call it the Beast Blade, but I don't think that's its name.
Would you like to learn more about Elven Sword, Shui?
He smiles. He's like, I would.
I know quite a bit, and so does our kingdom.
Your kingdom?
Yes, I'm from the Prime Capital. That's how I introduced myself, remember?
Nope.
I'm the king's brother. Yes, so I'm the brother of the king, and we are currently looking for other swords. So, finding people who have them is obviously important. Peter, bless his heart, managed to attune to one of those blades a few decades ago before its user died, so at the very least we know the location of 5 of them now. Well, he seems to think that over for a moment. He's like, 4.5 is more accurate, but with yours, that would make 6.
What are the other ones?
Well, there's one in the Darkborn Queen's kingdom. Been trying to get that one for a while. There's Peter's, yours, the king's.
The king?
Yes, the king has one as well. And then there is a bandit in Seoul who apparently has been claiming to have one, not fully confirmed yet. And then the half is a little tricky. We have half of a blade in the Prime Capital that we've held on to for, well, over a century at this point, and the rest of it, well, we don't know where it is.
Huh. So, how do I learn more about the swords?
Well, I've extended the offer to meet the king to a few of your other fellow Sparks at this point, and I'd like to extend that offer to you as well. If you're interested in learning more about the swords, the King of the Everlasting Heart is always interested in teaching new pupils the way of new sword singers and old sword singers. He is the oldest sword singer one out there, actually.
Do you think he has any stories about the 9?
Oh, I'm sure he has plenty, as I've said. We've worked with them before, in the past, when they were still around.
He smiles. How far away is the Prime Capital from here?
Oh, a couple weeks' journey, not very long. I'm sure you have other missions that you have to do, and we would like to be ready to welcome as many of you as possible if you do decide to come.
I think it'd be fun.
I think it'd be fun too. You're a passive not passive, you're an active defensive spark, aren't you?
I think so, yeah.
Great, that is wonderful. That is very valuable to a kingdom, let me tell you.
What do you mean?
Well, defense is something that is always a struggle with nobility.
Shui kinda nods. Oh, I guess I can understand that. It will keep them safe, right?
Of course, and that is my duty and the duty of many others to make sure the noble family remains safe.
Noble family. Isn't it just the king?
Well, he has other relatives.
Like me, his brother?
Yeah.
What did Yaya say?
He seemed interested when I asked him.
And what about Brandy and Theo?
I'm not sure about Theo, and I haven't asked Brandy.
Huh. Well, I think it'd be really enlightening to learn more about the 9 and the elven swords.
Well, our doors are open for you, as well as the other sparks I've talked to. And we'll set something up with Estel when we're ready for you to come.
He nods, stands there for a second, and then kind of gives him a bow. Thank you.
Oh, yes, you wanted to go eat. Well, before you do, he reaches into his bag and pulls out one of those black sapphires that are on him. And he's just like, would you like this?
Oh, what is that?
It's very valuable. They're all the rage right now, fashion trend and all that. Think of it like a little, I guess, housewarming gift, even if you aren't coming to my home yet.
He'll take it.
He smiles at you. Excellent. I'll be seeing you then.
Okay.
Yeah, he gives you a little nod, waves a little bit. It's fun chatting with you. And then he leaves. And you see your friends now who seem to be looking for you as they're trying desperately to get Avayath to go the right direction.
Avayath has its back to them.
I think I saw Clinton over here. Come on, Avayath.
God.
You mean? Okay.
Are you giving up, Avayath?
I know that you know how to say
What?
it by now. I corrected you 3 times just now.
Oh, right. Sorry. Mine's a little foggy today.
Sure it is.
Come on, Brandy. Don't be rude.
I'm sorry, I'm teasing you, Avayath. I know your god's name is Claytor.
Avayath was like waiting
For her to say some stupid shit. I was literally dead ass trying to think of another C name that I could call him, and I couldn't think of one, so I was like, well, you'll just be nice.
Hey, Shui! There you are.
Oh, yeah. He waves.
You want to join us for lunch?
Yeah.
Let's see what they have available then.
Essence said she sat with me too.
Ooh. Good to have another member of the group then.
You currently see Essence sitting at a table alone. Not alone. Alibris is with her.
Avayath is gonna put together something dumb. He's gonna get some bread. He's gonna make himself a French fry sandwich.
Oh my god.
Hi.
He's experimenting with food again.
Theo gets his own plate of, like, a real hearty meal, because he likes big meals, like big filling meals.
I can't believe
And,
Avayath invented French fries. Just now.
Theo looks at what Avayath is doing and is like, are you certain that's going to taste alright?
We're about to see. You'll never know until you try.
You know, I guess you're right.
Shui's a groupie. He wants to be like Avayath. Oh my god. I want to try. He makes him a sandwich. What's French fries on?
You two have fun with that. I'm gonna have this.
Shui will go take a seat next to Essence.
You done talking with that guy?
Oh, Flynn. Mr. Flynn. Yeah. He knew a lot about elven swords, and he said that he'd be able to help me.
She kind of just like props a hand up and like kind of looks forward, and she's like, he talked to everyone in my group at this point, I think.
I think he said something about wanting the king to meet us. He said he was talking to most of us here and inviting us to the kingdom.
She kind of squints a little bit at that. Not everyone, though?
I don't know if he's done. He said he didn't talk to Brandy.
She kind of grimaces a little bit, and she's just like, okay, cool, at least I'm not the only one.
Bitch.
Oh, he didn't talk to you yet? Oh, Brandy, what was that?
What? I'm sorry, I mean the French fry sandwich.
No, he hasn't talked to me. I asked him if he wanted to, and he said, no, don't think so, and walked away.
Huh. I don't know why he wouldn't, though. Your spark is super strong.
Yeah, exactly.
He said something really weird though about an elven sword that was there's only half of the sword, and the other half was missing.
I don't know anything about that. It's weird.
He says, taking a bite out of the sandwich.
Theo sits at the table and he's like, oh, you're actually eating that.
Uh-huh.
Bone apple teat.
Bon appetit.
Avayath, it's bon appetit. It's bon appetit.
Osteoporosis.
Is that not what I said?
Oh.
he tries it and he's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of bland.
Here, you should add a little bit of this.
Let's see.
He hands him kelp oregano.
Kelp,
I
oregano.
regenerated some random shit, and it said kelp and oregano. So dried like spices or something.
Okay. I don't feel like that'd be good.
I don't feel like it would be
He's
good.
gonna do
It's not on Shui's sandwich. He's just like, well, maybe you should try this. He picks some shit
He
up.
puts it on and he's like, worse.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's gotten even worse.
I didn't think it was possible.
he eats and he's like, oh, that's a bit worse.
Huh. Let me try it.
That's different. Different.
Shui's gonna put a little bit on his. And he's like,
You know, the breakfast sandwich that I tried out was pretty good in my opinion, but this one, no, it's not working.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's
Libris reaches across the table. I want to try it.
fucking potato and bread, my man. No.
Try it! Give some to Essence.
Not Essence, it's Libris.
Libris.
Oh, Libris.
Essence doesn't eat.
Yeah, that
She's
makes sense.
fasting. She's going fast.
She's too fast.
She's
She's
going
too fast
fast.
to eat.
Fast to eat.
It phases through her.
Tries to give to Essence, but she's too fast and Avayath misses.
No.
So he gives it to Libris.
Yeah. So
Attacking people with potato bread sandwich.
Libris reaches across the table and she tries it, and you see her just be like,
It probably tastes how it looks.
Well, maybe if you just, you see her kind of like mutter something and like look at it for a moment and then like flip it upside down and then she hands it back to you, Avayath. Try it now.
Avayath tries it.
It tastes like a burger.
Whoa!
Fucking prestidigitation looking ass.
What?
Did you add something to it?
No.
Tastes good. Should we try this?
Huh.
This fucking sandwich is being passed all over the place.
She's gonna try it. And he's just like, wow! Well, it tastes like a burger. How'd you do that? I bet it was this.
Wait, do burgers exist? I don't think they exist.
They do now.
I guess they do now. It tastes like a beef patty.
Tastes like meat.
And she's like, huh. Maybe it was this right here. Because he's gonna grab a random like spice jar next to Libris or something. Sauce jar.
Is he gonna add more?
Yeah, he's gonna add something because he thinks that's what she added. I guess he was not paying attention.
She's like, maybe don't.
It's too late.
It's too.
Can it be like some sort of like actual spicy thing? Like,
Yeah.
It's like a pepper spread.
It's pepper
Yeah.
spray.
God, this is just a mess of just all these spices on French fries. They don't look like French fries anymore. It's just like gray fries.
Prestidigitation
Yeah.
like wears off and everyone dies. Their mouths just explode from all these flavors.
Okay, who's gonna try it?
Libris just smiles and like puts her head in her hands and is looking at you, like just smiling, just like I'm done.
I wonder how it tastes now. I want to take a bite. I'm gonna roll Constitution.
Oh
See
my
how
God.
spicy it is. Okay, he did pretty good, so no right. And Avayath next to him, so he did really good.
Oh yeah, Avayath's fucking protection. Is that always
Yeah.
active?
It's always active.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that was always active. That's wow.
Not natural 20.
I did say he activated it, but technically
Oh.
it's always active. I think.
Okay, well. Yeah, not natural 20. So she was like, somehow this tastes better.
your tastes elude me. As Theo continues to eat his own food.
Shui's like during this conversation, Shui brings up how he was banished. Well, obviously not saying, "Hey, I was banished," but he's just like, so during our sparring, our training, Essence used a spell on me and sent me to like this really weird space. It was like gray, and I was floating, and I don't know. It was really weird, but like really cool and kind of scary.
Essence kind of looks away at that, is like tapping her finger on the table.
How do you do that?
It's just a spell.
What spell is it?
Banishment.
Oh.
I think I can do that, actually. No, I can't. Yes, I can. I can do
You can.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
I know how to do that. too.
Can you teach me? How do you do it?
Like this. I need you to make a charisma saving throw. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that'd be so good.
Check this shit out.
he banishes him, but like he was like in the middle about to take a bite, so his food just falls.
I think it'd go with him.
I would like it better if his food fell.
It's funny because I don't think she can actually learn it as a bard.
I mean, I can try.
Brandy's really cool with magic.
It's debatable.
During our training, I kept missing my stuff. I don't use magic too often, I guess.
Yeah. I don't tend to use magic a whole ton either.
Well, your group in general is very impressive.
He smiles at Libris, and he's just like, thank you. But everyone here is really strong too. Or really skilled too.
Yes, I think we have a fine group of sparks. And she winks at him. She winks at Shui.
Whatever happened to, Green Girl? Green Girl. I forgot her name.
Tinder,
yes.
She is staying at the library. As far as you know, that's where she was last.
Okay.
I mean, you can also ask, but yeah.
Yeah, I was, because she probably wouldn't ask if, well, hey, do you think Tinder's been eating okay?
We've been giving her food, but she's just been kind of hunkering down in one of the corners of the library. Very interested in the books. Don't know if she can read, but very interested in them.
It's okay, I can barely read too.
What do you mean you don't know if she can read if she's interested in books? I feel like you have to know how to read.
She usually isn't holding them the right way.
Ah. That's unfortunate.
Still very interested in general. There's a lot of interesting texts with pictures and things, so.
Oh. Right.
She was like, speaking of books, look what I got.
Oh, you got a cooking book!
Mr. Oscar gave this to me. Yeah.
Theo blinks over and then remembers the chef is named Oscar.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, right.
I made this one for Master Win.
What is it?
It's a sandwich. Just, I don't fucking know what kind of sandwich. It's a sandwich.
Is it an egg salad sandwich?
Sure, yeah. Is
Sure.
that what he likes?
I don't remember. I think he made...
No, I just kind of thought of that first.
I think he usually ate, like, salads and shit, so, like, I can't remember if he ever ate that. But yeah. Libris is just like, oh, that's nice.
Good job, Shui. Learning a new skill is very impressive.
Brandy, Estel told me that you were meeting a patron today.
Yeah, I already went through with that.
How did that go? That's always exciting, meeting gods.
About as intimidating as it sounds.
Intimidating? I don't think it's that intimidating.
I'm sure you wouldn't.
Maybe not for someone who sees them all the time.
As a chosen one, I'm sure you wouldn't.
She smiles.
I want to meet a god.
You did!
Would I be able to see
You
them?
met a lot of gods, Avayath.
Yeah, but I want to meet more of them.
The keep is always open.
I want to meet more of them.
Just go to the keep then. I go almost every night.
I would be interested in meeting Brandy's patron too. I mean, I'll go to the keep, yeah. That's exciting.
Whew, you're all much braver than I.
Yeah, you see Essence seems kind of annoyed when Libris brings up the keep. Libris is just ignoring, or doesn't pay attention. Doesn't notice, more
I
accurately.
do not see.
Oh, hey, Libris. I've been wondering, about why certain things are the way they are when you're in the keep. Like, I mean, I couldn't see myself, of course, but hearing that I was like a two-tailed fox, but it was weird they faded in and out? Like, do you know what that means at all?
The keep is... it's a reflection of you in certain ways. Sometimes it likes to manifest that in different ways. Your animal and the way that it looks can change with time. And so maybe you're in the middle of transitioning, if there's something like that going on. Or that could just be what you are. You're just a tail with two tails. Or sorry, a fox. You're just a fox with two tails sometimes.
Tail with two foxes.
Oh, I wish there was a clearer answer.
It's... not everything has a clear-cut answer.
What... It's strange. Like, what does it even mean, you know?
I don't dwell on that sort of thing.
I do.
You're just an animal, you know? Well, not even. You're just disguised as an animal, so other things don't recognize you. That's all it is.
It's just strange. I just feel like it's significant or something. I don't know.
I just think things happen. Sometimes things just happen. It doesn't have to be a reason.
It's interesting, though. I wonder why I have my vision thing is like a fox with two tails. It's interesting to me.
Some of them do have connotations, like me and Shui. And she looks towards Shui. We turn into, it's either rodents or rabbits or anything like that. It's usually associated with Winona. It means we both have ties to her.
Oh, right, the lady in the moon, right, Shui?
Yeah. Winona's the one who I visit in my dreams sometimes.
That sounds lovely. How often do you have those dreams?
Not very often. I haven't had one in a while.
I pray to her almost every night.
She kind of like looks at her like, you do?
Yeah, I worship her, of course I do.
She hears the wishes of everyone who prays to her.
She does?
He nods.
She doesn't seem to answer very many wishes. Or prayers for that matter, but I'm sure she's busy. She's trapped in the moon. I don't know how much she can do.
He nods. And he's just like, a lot of the times, she said she doesn't really know how to respond.
I wouldn't know either.
I don't think I would either.
Getting a bunch of people asking you a lot of things at once, even if you're a god, I mean, it just feels like a lot.
They say she's more likely to grant a wish on the full moon or the free moon, which happens once a year. You were here for that, actually. Remember the orange moon?
Yeah, I looked that up. It was a holiday, wasn't it?
Yes, but only in Aria. Not really celebrated anywhere else, and even then it's kind of faded with time. Not as big as it used to be. But they say if you make a wish on a shooting star late at night on a full moon, she'll hear you and grant it for you.
I hope so. I think she'd like to help some more.
Livers kind of smiles a bit at that. Well, I think it was good talking with all of you again. Good to touch base. I don't feel like I get to have many conversations with you guys.
You're very nice to have a conversation with, so I don't know, maybe if you're around more.
Oh, sure, I'm usually not doing much, just monitoring the barriers around the facility and checking in to make sure other people are where they need to be.
You mean Win?
He wanders. It's fine.
He does.
He has a good heart, and he means well, but sometimes, the way Chosen Ones work, your childhood or teenage years for him in particular get a little stolen from you.
Yeah, sounds like it was hard.
I think he just wants more time to be normal, but also really wants to help, so interesting mix.
I don't blame him. I mean, again, as you said, his life was kind of stolen from him, so...
I think he liked it, though. I think he appreciated being a chosen one. It made him feel important. And he is important.
Yes. I guess I feel differently about it. Or that I would feel like I don't know. I don't know.
I think we're all important in our own ways, spark or no spark. I don't think it really matters. There's just a little more risk with being named a spark, is all.
Yeah,
Everybody's got a spark.
Oh.
He said that not thinking and then looks up and is like, what?
What did you say?
Nothing. I'm eating.
I think it
Well,
was
it's a nice sentiment.
Yeah, it was a good sentiment.
Very nice of you, Brandy.
Yeah, sentiment. Yeah.
I wish that was the case, but not everyone's born with a spark.
I wish I hadn't been sometimes, but I guess I'm thankful to be alive.
She nods at that. Well, I think later in the evening today, Flynn was going to go over with Estel some of the things he brought that were interesting happening in the country that she could go over, and then he was going to leave. So, get excited for that, because that means we're going to move to Seoul, probably in the next couple days.
Avayath claps. Exciting!
Rivers also claps. Essence rolls her eyes.
Oh, I can't wait. Are we gonna have new things to do?
Yes, I think you're finally going to go on missions, which is exciting.
Oh boy.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
I am going to go, though, to check on Wynn. I don't know if anyone's brought him lunch yet. So, it was good talking to all of you.
Good talking to you as well. Feel free to strike up a conversation with us anytime.
Of course, and you feel free to approach me whenever you'd like to as well. Shui, I'll definitely be seeing you around. Essence kind of starts to get up to you, and she's just like, can I talk to you in private for a bit? And Libers kind of looks a little surprised at that, and she's just like, yeah, sure, if you want to. Come on, I'm not going anywhere important, just the gate. She starts to walk that way. And Essence follows.
See you later, Essence.
Bye.
Always a ray of sunshine, that one.
At least she's talking to me now.
You're the true ray of sunshine, Shui.
The ray of sunshine in her gray skies.
Before, or after lunch, I would also just like to mention that Brandy was to Avayath was just like,
Hey, I want to talk to you about something later.
Oh, sure thing.
and I'll leave it at that for now.
So after that note, Estel, as the day goes on, she eventually gathers you all, like Liber said that she would. You see the Larkspur kind of standing off behind her on the stage, and Estel kind of stepping forward and looking out towards everyone, and it clears her throat a little bit, and she's like, I am sad to inform you all that our benefactor will be leaving after tonight. He has given me plenty of information to direct some of you, if you would so choose to go on missions. If you would like to stay and train more, that is always an opportunity and an option. But I think we've done enough to assess your skills at this point, and with the extra security that you are also able to take a mentor on your journey, we are fine with sending you out now.
Woo! Yeah! She cheers. Woo!
Theo instantly thought of Wynn, but then got sad because he's like, oh, he probably needs to stay with Peter.
Oh, Avayath also cheers.
So she takes out, like, this scroll, this very, like, long scroll that you saw Flynn had been carrying around with him throughout this whole thing. And she starts to read it and clears her throat. But Flynn very quickly steps forward and is just like, oh, I'll read it. It's no problem. I'm used to this. And he kind of just grabs it from her. And she's like, oh, okay. If you want to read it, that's fine. And he's like, as he looks out towards everyone. And just like, I have 5 potential missions currently that are of importance in the countryside. These are things that have been reported to not only the kingdom, but just the general populace. Things that are important to the facility and also just, again, in general. And he clears his throat again. He looks down at everyone. It's just like, the first one is, I've noted the supply of God's brandy and God's liquor has greatly depleted in the inventory since the last time I did a check-in, so that needs to be replenished. And he looks over towards Estel, who kind of blinks a little rapidly and was like, when did you have a chance to check the inventory? And he's just like, so yes, if you could at some point refill that, that would be great. Anyways, besides that, there is a demigod in Seoul that is causing a water shortage. and that needs to be dealt with. It's already an issue. What? Why'd you laugh?
Very bold.
Ripley.
Nothing. I'll have Brandy whisper down next to him to Theo and be like,
Real bold of him to think that some of us can take on fucking demigods.
Yeah, I'd like to help, but like a demigod?
I've defeated a demigod before.
Of course you have.
You know, we're not all like you, Avayath.
Well, I can help.
Oh, I guess.
Not to worry, we'll take on any mission that comes our way. Just whichever one you want to pick the most.
Besides that, there was an artifact that was recently stolen from the kingdom that was taken to Mirror Depths, and we would like to get that back. Just putting that out there, just adding that to the list. Besides that, we have exploring a ship that is said to be haunted, that recently arrived on the shores of Greenflower, so that's interesting, right? Don't know what that's about. People are going missing, so probably should deal with that. But besides that, the last thing on my list is there is an infestation of fiends in Ponty Place recently that's making the place completely uninhabitable. So as much as the Prime Capital has its issues with Aria, keeping people safe is always the prime concern. So I put that on the list too, of the goodness of our hearts. He smiles at all of you and like very quickly rolls up the scroll and is just looking down at everyone. It's just like, I am very excited to see what you all choose to do. And if none of these interest you, no worries, I will be back.
Ryan just yells aloud for some reason. All of them interest me.
Wonderful! Great to hear that. I will note, during this speech, Wynn appears to have, like, walked back towards the stage and, like, whispers something to Libris down on the floor, and she nods and kind of, like, goes and wanders off.
Oh, what was that about? Interesting.
Estel kind of raises her eyebrow seeing him here.
She's just kind of, listening, clapping when expected, processing this information currently.
Flynn very quickly kind of just starts to make his way off the stage. Quickly he looks towards everyone. It's just like, it's been great to get to know you all, those who I have talked with, and I hope to see more of you in the future.
She waves from the audience.
He gets off of the stage, and you see as he gets off the stage, he goes over to Wynn and gives a very warm smile and kind of pats him on the shoulder, and he's like, thank you for your help while I was here, cousin. Wish we could see each other more.
Ugh.
And he flinches at that, and he's just like, hey, yeah, good seeing ya. And Flynn just starts to walk back towards his cabin at that.
Wynn and Flynn are cousins.
I know. I realize I've made a
You
mistake,
sure have.
but it's too late.
So he talked to you guys then?
Nope.
Oh.
He talked to me earlier.
He has talked to me.
He offered me sort of like to go to the Prime Capital. I don't know if I'm interested though.
You're not? Why not?
I don't know. I feel like I could do so much more if I wasn't, within walls of... Because it sounded like the intent was for me to stay a while. I don't know. And I don't know if I'm interested in that and all. I don't know.
Well, I actually asked about that because I was concerned about the same thing. And what I've been told is that the Royal Guard, what it really entails is that you take on missions that are given directly by the king.
Well, the thing with me was because of my spark that I would be of use to the king. If, with how I can take poisons and stuff.
Oh, I see.
Huh.
That's wouldn't be quite as exciting to just be a food taster.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm interested in it. He sounded interested in having me there, but I don't know. I feel like I can do more for general populace, you know what I'm saying?
I would agree. There's nothing quite as fulfilling as going out and adventuring, helping people with your own hands, not just eating food.
Yeah. Speaking of, did any of the things that he said just now, did they sound interesting to any of you? I mean, they all sounded dangerous, but I feel like the one with the ship, I don't know, I mean, it's scary, but sounds like if, it can be solved, it would help a lot of people.
I'm interested in that one too. It's near where I grew up.
Oh, right.
I'd love to see Master Dashi again.
Oh, well then, I'm even more interested to go.
You can finally meet her, maybe.
I would like to do that.
It does sound exciting, but if it turns out that ship's not harming someone, that seems like the least of a problem. Well, I guess collecting God's brandy and God's liquor is less interesting to me, but...
Oh, it was just that he said that people are disappearing.
Oh, I forgot that part. Well...
I just heard ghost ship and my brain turned off.
Well, now we should do it!
Yeah. Well, then I guess that is pretty important to look at.
Yeah, I just thought maybe it would help the most people right now. Solving a problem quicker. I don't know.
Avayath nods.
The water shortage is also important. It's just it also is a demigod, and I don't think I'm prepared for that. I would go along if you guys wanted to go that way, but
Haunted ship it is then.
I will say, just so you guys know, some of these will be taken by, or at least one of these will be taken by the other group, so one of these might be gone.
Okay, well, not if we beat them to it.
We take all of them.
Or if we beat them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking if there was one that you were like, I really, really, really want to do that, then yeah, that's all I was saying.
Ship is the one I really, really, really want to do.
I would like to do that one. I also, the retrieving an artifact, I was like, oh, that's interesting, but it also doesn't help anyone, so...
Nerd, that's,
Am I in that fucking place?
Isn't that where Mizuni is?
I think. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I was thinking that's where fucking Merlin was found
That's her
dead.
domain. Oh, yeah, Shui's parents.
Yeah, lots of people die there.
Yeah. Beat Mizuni's ass. You can't kill a god, but I'm gonna beat her ass.
So it sounds like you guys are more interested in the ghost ship.
I like Ghost Ship. I'm also down for other ones. So, I'm not 100% locked in, but my vote is for Ghost Ship.
Ghost ship.
As you guys are discussing this, in the middle of your conversation, Shui, you get something in your head.
Hello.
Is this Shui? You can respond to this message.
Yeah? Who is this?
Wonderful. I was informed to contact you to let you know a Miss Dashi has been arrested.
Ooh. What? Shui shouts and stands up.
Huh?
What? Why? What? Why?
She has been arrested for murder. You have been requested to come for a trial.
No?
Shui looks distraught. And he's like, where? When?
Shui, alright?
In Greenflower in a week's time.
Master Dashi didn't kill anyone. She's innocent.
Huh? Shui? Are you okay?
That's not what the records say.
Records?
I'm confirming that all witnesses are arriving. Do you plan to arrive?
Of course.
We'll see you there then. Greenflower, 1 week. And it seems to stop.
Alright there, bud.
Something wrong? You said something about your Master Dashi not killing anyone.
He kind of turns to them and just really I don't know how to describe this emotion. Just shock, disbelief, sadness. He's like, Master Dashi was arrested.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. And a special thank you to our patrons, Vessel and Mr. Bakudan. Remember to like and comment, and share the show with a friend you think might like us. We'll see you next time, fellow Sparks.
I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption.